Hello again, it's Tanya Gabrielle, Wealth Astronumerologist, and welcome to your Virgo full moon astronumerology forecast. Now, this full moon happens at 12:51 a.m. on March 2nd, Universal Time, London, and March 1st, 8:51 p.m. Eastern Time and 5:51 p.m. Pacific Time. What's so amazing about this full moon is that it's the third consecutive full moon in 2018 that happens at 11 degrees. So that would be amazing as it is, but 2018 happens to be an 11 universal year in numerology. So to have the numbers and stars come together in this way is just really a huge message, and in this case a message about the 11 portal. And a lot of you see 1111. It's quite common in the last decades, especially the last 10 years, to see this number as we've, moved to our digital clock system. But what it really means is living totally in this moment. When you do that, there is no judgment. You literally cannot criticize yourself or others because you're so engaged in what's happening right now that there is no past, there is no future, there is no projecting of the past into the present. There is no possibility of living out of sync with your soul, with your divine connection. And Virgo is about connection. It's about healing. It is governed by Mercury. Mercury is going retrograde this month in March, and it's actually a very beautiful retrograde. And this ability to use your mind in a way that is focused on love and healing and compassion and passion, of course, because the moment, the 11 gateway that you walk through where you leave the past behind and just stand alone, completely engaged with Source at soul level. That moment is about passion, passionately engaged, right? Having no fear. So when you do that, nothing else matters. The past doesn't matter, the future, the worries are not there anymore. And you just are able to focus your mind, which is Mercury ruling the sign of Virgo, focus your mind and your heart together on making something happen, making miracles happen. Virgo is very meticulous. Virgo is an earth sign. It's practical, it's grounding, it pays attention to detail. It rules the 6th house in astrology, which is health and healing and your daily life. What do you do day by day? And so this is a big moment here with this 11 merged with Virgo, and also the sun is in Pisces, which is very imaginative. And Pisces is about unconditional love and extending your generosity and kindness to everyone and everything. Basically, we are one big family. Pisces is the ocean. We're all in the ocean. We're all participating in the same, breathing the same air, feeling the same events, and so we're all in this together. And then the 11 says, but at the same time, you are responsible for how you feel. So yes, you're sharing this experience and you're doing it without judgment of yourself and others. At the same time, you need to stay engaged in your own life and not focus on other people's lives. So the shadow side for Virgo is self-criticism and being too hard on yourself, so being perfectionist. So you need to just be aware during this full moon just to let go of that, inner critic that's not satisfied. Because look, Virgos don't like making mistakes. They like getting things right because they're so meticulous. On the other hand, when you make a mistake, it's just a feedback for you to know what not to do next time. So there's nothing, again, non-judgment. It's a matter of just staying in that place of wisdom. Now, the sun is in Pisces opposite the moon. In any full moon, the sun and moon are opposite each other. So with the sun in Pisces, it's a really sensitive time. And this is really enhanced, magnified, because the sun is right next to Neptune. It's conjunct Neptune. Neptune is the ruler of Pisces. So that's huge, right? So there's so much psychic energy, creative energy. There's a sense of wanting to just intuit something and share it with everyone that you come in touch with, or write it down. You want to embrace what you're receiving, right? As you walk through that 11 portal, that's already such a psychic number. It's the number of tuning in to Source. And when you have Neptune and the Sun in Pisces merged with this 11 degrees, there's such an ultimate connection that you can have. So we all are channels. We all are here to bring through joy, to bring through love. That is the ultimate reason for being incarnated as human beings, is to channel love in some way, right? So tune in at soul level. You will be able to receive much more easily now, and your psychic ability is just very much enhanced. So you will grow tremendously in leaps and bounds. Just go sit down and write, or go sit down and just listen and compose, or whatever it is, speak, let it flow through you. So Pisces Virgo means you might need a little more rest. Like I said, Virgo rules the 6th house of health and healing, so that also governs, sleep is very, very important for healing and good health. Pay attention to your dreams around this time. Things may appear in your subconscious and translate into your conscious mind before you fall asleep, or as you wake up, or in your actual dreams, that are really powerful divine downloads. And you want to pay attention to them because they're very beautiful. They define who you are at soul level. And this is what we want. We want to always be engaged with what we do and how we lead our lives and how we speak and how we make decisions at soul level, not at the ego level. The ego level is based on the past and projecting into the future, right? It is completely dependent on previous experiences and translating them into what might happen in the future. And that's often based on worry and fear, right? Because you're not engaged here in the moment, connected. So soul level living is where we're all heading into, and the universe basically is saying, with these 3 11 degrees full moons, bang, 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 January 1st and January 31st and March 1st and 2nd, we are heading into such a powerful moment here. Now, also don't forget, if you've watched my videos, you know that right now, for I believe 64 straight days, we have, or is it 65? Yeah, 65 straight days, which is highly unusual. We have all planets moving direct. None are in retrograde since, I believe, January 2nd or 3rd, when Uranus stopped its retrograde motion. All planets moving direct is a lot of forward momentum. It's clear thinking. So that's still happening. This is the final lunation, since early January, that we have this forward momentum. So it's very, very exciting. Now, a couple more transits that are happening during this full moon. Moon is trine Saturn, and Saturn is sextile the Sun. So Moon trine Saturn is really, I love this, because it first of all ties into the patience and grounding and step-by-step approach of Virgo. So it makes you very realistic, responsible, you embrace your sense of duty, you take it seriously, but it also brings a calmness and peace. So it basically allows you to feel very good and in harmony about, tackling a project, and it gives you strength, it gives you stamina. Saturn is very much about getting things done and following your mission and taking your mission seriously and putting your words into practice, putting your thoughts into practice, not just reading a book, but putting the wisdom into practice. So, success is always generated through diligent application as you move step by step towards whatever the next goal is. And this trine with the full moon and Saturn is fabulous. It just ties in with all the planets moving direct as well. So really, really take advantage of that. Another gorgeous aspect is that Venus is trine Jupiter exactly during this full moon. So on the 2nd of March, Universal Time, 1st of March in the Americas, exactly when the moon is full, Venus trines Jupiter at 23 degrees in water signs. This is so exciting. Venus is in Pisces, Jupiter in Scorpio. You know, you could say that this is really probably the most optimistic, positive transit in astrology. Venus and Jupiter are both the benefics. A trine is the most harmonious aspect you can have. So putting these two together, you feel so good. You feel really optimistic and very affectionate. You feel attractive. You feel magnetic. Your general well-being is just fantastic. And basically, the world is your oyster, right? Everything that you dream about is yours to claim. You just feel like it's possible. And, you know, the coast is clear. The 11 portal is there. You're walking through it confidently. So this is such a wonderful way to celebrate this gorgeous 3rd of 3, 11 degrees full moon with this Jupiter trine Venus aspect. You know, it's like the icing on the cake, really, for celebrating the rest of the year. Now, have a gorgeous Virgo full moon, and I will see you in a couple weeks for the new moon. That's going to be very exciting. That one's in Pisces. So see you then. Lots of love.